How do you know if your collar's fitted correctly? You need only 2 fingers underneath, nice and snug. That's all you need. Any more, it's going to be too loose. Also, if when you're correcting you have the tendency to pull back, put the lead in your opposite hand to the dog. So I've got the lead in my right hand, feeding forward, and you can correct, and it pulls it across, which is where you want. If you pull back, 1, your collar's going to slide down, and 2, it's going to be ineffective. Change your pace as well, because he was beginning to race, so when he goes faster, you go slower. Don't let your loop straight. It's got to stay loose like it is. As soon as it goes straight, before there's tension, you correct. Morning. It's boiling. I've just stopped to take my coat off. Also, I'm pretty sure the owner said he has his nose down a lot. He just did it then, and that's what made me remember. But that's the first time he's done it. So if you put the nose down a lot and it gets on your nerves, just flick up. By allowing a dog to put his nose down on the ground, you'll find he'll start zigzagging, and when they do that, they're actually following a specific scent. A dog's got around 250 million scent receptors in his nose. Doesn't need to have his nose down. As soon as the nose is down and they start weaving, then they're following a scent, and you've lost your dog. It's going to ignore you on the lead, or if it's off lead, it's going to ignore you because it's following the scent, unless of course it's got good recall. So the dog doesn't need to have its nose down when you're on a walk. It's still smelling, it's still relaxing, still enjoying the walk, and it's being respectful by keeping his head up. Morning. Morning. He did really well there. Let them pass. It's a guy on a bike with a dog.
Alright.
Hiya. She didn't like it when he stepped forward. He's not reactive or anything, this dog. He's just over friendly, but he did very well. All they did was do 1 step forward. Can't fault them too much for that. She's an old girl, look. So we're just going to have to walk past her, otherwise we'll be here all week. To get a dog to pay more attention to you on the walk, the easiest thing to do, if they're on dry food, it's a bit harder if they're on raw, you can still do it but it's just a bit messier, is to feed your dog by hand. So that means no bowls, don't put his food down in a bowl, you put whatever his morning or afternoon allowance is in your pocket or in your treat bag, whatever, and as you do in your daily walks, you're delivering the food to him, so he's working for it. And what this does, it makes you much more valuable than the environment. So for dogs that are horrific at having the nose down, spaniels and things like that, start feeding them by hand, and within a week or 2 you're going to see a huge difference in them. Gates, thin walkways, things like that. If it's too, so there, nudged him with my knee. If it's too narrow for both you and your dog, you always go first, the dog always goes behind. So there, he decided he's going to just push past me, so I just nudged with my knee. So this is your thresholds. Don't let a dog push out of the way, that is just plain bad manners. So again, you can see because of my coat, I'm just moving my leg. So with my shin or my knee, I'm just blocking or moving him. You see how he jumps back? He ain't got permission to go. He can't go until I go. You do this with doors in your house, gates in your house. Obviously if it's a door to outside where he might be, good boy, so he chose to sit down there. If it's a door where, you know, you live on a main road or something, obviously have him on a lead so you can use the lead to correct. And what you want to be able to do is open the door, and it not close back on you. Open the door and the dog still waits. He cannot move until I move. And even then he can't rush past me. He has to wait and come through behind or at the side of me. While he's sniffing and doing something else, we'll go through. That's threshold manners. No, because you're coming towards him.
Right, so what do we do? How do I greet
Because
him?
I'm having to correct him,
Yeah.
we wait until he's calm.
Sit. Sit. Good sit. Good sit.
But he sat for a second, then he got up, he's squeaking. Hey! So you wait for complete calmness, because he's so excitable. And of course you still keep coming forward. So you wait until he's calm, and then you start approaching. Every time he breaks it or goes, "Ah!" you stop and either walk away. If you're close enough like now where he can reach you and he was trying to jump up at you, you would walk away, and he'd soon learn not to do this. All this, even though you're trying to say, no, don't do this, to him, it's attention.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So your best thing is do nothing.
Turn your back on him.
Ignore him and move away from him.
Yeah.
Once he stops his squeaking, leaping and all the rest of it, then you can, as you approach him, tell him to sit.
Yeah.
And providing he does and he stays in it, not just sit and then stand back up, he's got to sit and stay in it, then you can approach. But even as you put your hand out, if he tries to jump up, you immediately walk away. But everything has to be fast with him.
Yeah.
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 And the sooner you do it and the more times you move away when he's squeaking, barking or being a divvy, the more times he's going to learn, oh, I'm not going to do that then because I want them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you greet a dog like this, they learn that, well, if I do all this, they come to me.
Attention, yeah.
Yeah.